if you don't mind me asking, what inspired that name, SP the Great? What was your inspiration?
So the first two letters, like SP, is my initials. And
Wow.
when I jumped on my boy Savvy's podcast, we were talking about it. We were kind of like deep diving into like your like people's alias and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of
Mm-hmm.
jumped into it, and like we were talking a little bit heavier about stuff, like a little bit more like emotional kind of stuff. And I was like, bro, maybe that's what my name meant. Like in the back of my head, it was like I'm just trying to be the greatest version of myself, and
Right.
it came out through my art. So I think that's kind of what ended up happening without me realizing it. Because at first I
Okay.
had just SP, but you
Right.
had Styles P that called himself
Right.
SP, and I was like, I'm gonna change it because like I
Right.
don't wanna get confused.
Right. That's amazing though. SP the Great. I think that everybody should, in my personal opinion, I think that everybody should feel that way about their craft, whether if it's podcast, if you're a musician, whatever you do, you should always feel like you're the best at what you do. That's important. So yeah, that's dope.
And I'm not gonna lie, what's his name? Jake Hill. Jake Hill kind of inspired me a little
Mhm.
bit with that because his name was I am Jake the Hill, and I'm like, that was kind of dope. Like,
Yeah, that is dope. Yeah, yeah, that's dope. That's mad dope.
so
Cause I thought,
I kind of just went with that for a little bit, and I mean, it kind of worked out because like I ended up getting a cool logo out of it. Something that I didn't think I didn't really
wow.
have any ideas for like logos. My one of my buddies, Drewby, his wife was a graphic designer, so she like just came up with this design, and I was like, that's fire. Like it's got a crown on it, and then it has like my name that goes through it. Yeah, it was a
Oh
fire
my
design.
gosh, that's dope. I love that. I love that. I was just about to ask you that if you had like a logo with like a crown or something, because it kind of gives that type of vibe, like SP the Great. It gives like empire, like kingdom type vibes. Like it just gives that type of like vibe. So I was just about to ask you that.
So
That's
like
dope though.
the crown that she used that she came up with was like a it was almost like an old school like Nordic crown. So I was like,
Wow.
it fits so well too it's gold and black. So like there's like gold outlines around like the black crown
Yeah.
and like has like gold that drips off of it. It was
Oh
tight.
my gosh.
So
That sounds tight.
if you're ever looking for anybody to do graphic design stuff like that, I'll show you in a minute what, or I can send you a picture of what she did for me, and then I can send you her info. She's a good person to work with for real.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt.
But
No
so
doubt.
I got this shared out. What's up, guys? This is the Illminds Independent Talk podcast with your host SP the Great. I have King RM with me today, and we are going to be
Hi
doing
everyone.
a get to know / interview. And yeah, so it's dope. I finally got some people that I have no idea who they are. I'm finally getting hit up by artists that are seeing the page, so I'm happy that we're starting to grow a little bit. But so yeah, just give us a little bit of an introduction of what you're about, where you're from, like stuff like that. Let's get to know King.
Cool. So what's up, y'all? I'm King RM. I am a multifaceted entrepreneur. I'm an artist, arranger, producer, wardrobe stylist. I'm what you call a man that wears many hats. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Philly born and raised. I'm a Philly native. And I'm just happy to be here tonight to grace your platform and to, get to know you and all those who are joining in. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
And so are you more toward the like hip hop realm, R&B, or rap? Like, because I know like I have this discussion with the people all the time. Like hip hop and rap are not the same thing as much as people like
Mm-mm.
to say it is. It's not.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously we know R&B is like completely different genre. So you just let me know what you like to do.
So I'm a vocalist, but I am what you call a free soul type of artist, which means I don't put myself in a box. Now, most people who hear my music, they might say, "Oh, he sings R&B. He's an R&B singer." I'm free soul. and I can hit all genres, and that's why I love that genre. I kind of created it myself. I kind of love that genre because it gives me more versatility to move in different genres of music and not put myself in a box. I don't like putting myself in a box, and I like to be unpredictable. So yeah, I'm a free soul vocalist.
No,
That's me.
I completely like the way you think because that's exactly how I am too. I don't know if you saw any of the episodes that I had where like I had my boy Bully on. He's from Michigan. Shout out to Bully. But I was talking to him about it, and I was like, man, like I want to do metal stuff, but I'll probably end up doing that under like a separate name or something because like I started off releasing rap and I was like, I don't want
Hmm.
to have people come in and be like, oh, like he's a culture vulture, like he just came into rap and then switched it. Like I didn't want to have that happen. And then he started
Right.
talking to me about it, and he was like, bro, fuck that, just do it. He was like, you're
Right.
fucking SP the Great. Like you like metal, you like rap, like you like all this shit. Just fucking do it.
Go. Period.
And so I mean,
Period.
I'm thinking about getting more into it. I haven't really. I've been kind of lacking on the inspiration side a little bit, but I mean, I'm completely there with you. Like, I don't like to be put in a box. I don't just rap. I make a ton of other shit. Like, I know how to play fucking real instruments and shit. I fucking produce like everything that anybody listens to. I pretty much do all of it by myself. The only other person that
Right.
helps me out is my
Right.
boy Bloodleaf. He's on my team, and then Hendrix. Another one that I bring in to help if I need another verse or something. But so I completely agree with you
Absolutely.
on that. I hate being put in a box. I hate it. It's one of the worst feelings ever, especially like being a white dude that raps and then it's like that's like already a box within itself. I'm like fuck, bro. Like now I
Yep.
have to do everything that I can because I'm not just a rapper. I'm not just an artist. Like I'm a musician. I love all this shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I call myself a musician because that's who I am. I'm a musician. I don't just sing. I'm a musician. I can arrange, I can produce, I can spit bars. I get like I'm really a man of many hats. So like that's why when people be like, "Oh, you're an R&B singer," I just be looking at them like, mm-mm, "No, I'm not. I'm just me. King is king. That's just king is king. King is a man that wears many hats. That's just what I do. Shout out to Miller Fire, Miller the Squad, One Lock Production. Shout out to Who Mag Distribution, Rob Sports. Love y'all. Had to get him a quick shout out because that's my team. Love y'all down. If y'all are watching, y'all know I love y'all. Love y'all. Shout out.
Hell yeah. Yo, what's up, Mike? Um, but nah. So you said that you got your hands in businesses too, because like that's another thing that I like to touch on, not just as in music, but as in a business aspect. So, like, what
Mm-hmm.
do you got your hands in? What are you doing? Like, did you start brands? Like, what do you got going on business wise?
So business wise, I have a lot. I own over 12 businesses. Um, Majority of them I function from. I do promotion, I do graphic designs, I do wardrobe styling. I have my own corporation. Like I do a lot of stuff. So like, and most of the businesses I own came from me. Like I literally just created them. Now the wardrobe styling, funny story, right? So those who know me know that I am a person that gives looks. Like my sense of fashion is crazy. Like it's crazy. So one of my close friends was like, "Hey, did you ever think about doing wardrobe styling?" And I looked at her like, "Yeah," but I was kind of like straying away from it because I didn't want people to just know me as a wardrobe stylist because I was trying to stick to the whole music thing. But then my aunt was like, "Yeah, you should do it because you really know how to dress, and I think you should I think you should go into wardrobe styling. I think you should." So I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? I will. So I basically just, came up with Style by King, which is my wardrobe styling company. And it's also on Instagram. And I started styling people. I was styling burlesque dancers, different artists from different states. I like it really has taken me really far. So yeah, I got my hand in a lot of stuff. And I also am a jewelry consultant for paparazzi accessories. I'm a paparazzi jewelry consultant with my own jewelry company as well. So as I said, like I do wear a lot of hats and I do a lot of things. And yeah,
Nice.
yep,
That's what's up. It's funny that you said something about like the wardrobe styling because like I'm not that guy. I have a song
Hmm.
where I fucking it's literally like never gave a fuck about drip. Nah, still rock a druggy with rips. Like I'm not. Now
Period.
when it comes to shoes and shit, don't get me wrong. When it comes to shoes, it's a little bit different. Like I
Let me find out
designed
you a sneakerhead.
I designed my my own Air Forces. Like those motherfuckers are nice.
Mm.
I had them as my my
Oh,
stage shoes. Like I did them. I wore them for my first show, and then I stuck them back in the box as soon as I was done. And then I was sitting there thinking about it,
period.
and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get another pair of shoes because like I can't walk that way like on stage. Like I have to be able to move, so like I have to get another shoe that I can crease. Like even though I don't want to, I have to
Right,
have it so I can move around on stage the right way. But yeah, I mean, when it comes
right,
to
right.
sneakers and like I love hats, sneakers, hats, and glasses. That's about it. Like anything else, I'm like, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna look like a scrub. Like,
Yo, it's so crazy you said that. I'm the same way. Like, I am a lover of like fitted caps, snapbacks, sneakers, shoe, any type of shoe I'm into. Heels, regular sneakers, dress shoes. Like, I just love fashion, period. Everything that involves fashion, that's me. Like, I literally, and what's crazy is you know how like some people have like their signature like look or whatever. You can't really say that with me because I be coming up with different stuff. Like you'll see me one day with this on, and then the next time I'll come out with a whole wig on with a fedora, and like I'm literally like it's crazy. I keep people guessing all the time,
I say
all the
you
time.
create
Like
your own style and not having a designated style.
yeah, yeah,
I have like a designated style. It's like you can kind of always assume that it looks like I just threw whatever the fuck was in the clean clothes basket on. Like like I mean I have like a lot of graphic prints like and stuff that I'll wear like that, but other than that, I
right,
mean
right.
I I don't really get into unless it's hoodies. I got a thing for hoodies
Yeah,
too. Like if I can
I like hoodies.
I think like my go-to if I'm trying to dress up would either be like a nice pair of jeans, like some Levi's or something, some type of hoodie,
Hmm.
like whether like it's a Timberland hoodie or I mean something like that, and then a nice pair of shoes, and then I'll probably have a hat on. Like that's typically what I'll do if I'm trying to look better than what I normally look. But I think my
Right.
first show, like
Ne-
I had a pair of like black and gray camo shorts, one of my white merch shirts, this same hat, and
mhm.
my Air Forces. Like that was it. Like I didn't do anything else crazy. I think
Oh,
I
that
might have I
okay.
might have my watch because I'm a little bit of a watch guy. But other than that, I don't do anything too crazy.
Okay. Now, have you ever thought about like adding like maybe like a blazer to the hoodie to get more like a formal but urban look? Have you ever thought about that?
So I do like I have some stuff that's kind of like that. Like I got it's like more with my jackets so because like I have a jacket that kind of
Hmm.
that has like the hoodie with like the zip up on it so it looks like two different pieces. Um,
Hmm.
the only other thing that I'll use sometimes, like I think it depends on what kind of year it is. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I'll have like I have vests that I'll like throw over like a jacket or something. Like I think I have like this like it's like Under Armour. I think it's like white and tan like camo or some shit. And then I'll throw I got like a I don't know what kind of vest it is. It's like one of those puffy, just like flat black vests that I'll throw over top of it sometimes. But it just depends on like
Is it is it like a bubble vest, like a coat, like a bubble vest
nah,
that has like a
it's not
zipper?
like too bubbly. Like it's a little bit flatter than that. Um
Okay.
it's like kind of the same concept, just not as like puffy.
Nah,
Cuz
it's
I
puffy.
got one
Okay.
of those big puff jackets that I'll wear sometimes.
Yeah.
Not too much.
So you're like real simple when it comes to like when it comes to wardrobe. You're like real simple. I like that. Yeah, not too much, just enough. I like that. I like that. That's
That's
dope.
like that I mean like it just depends on what my mood is for real. Cause like I wear the fuck out of Vans. I got a couple pairs of Sperry's
Hmm.
that I like really like to wear out. I mean, but for the most part, like most of the time, like I'm working, so like usually you'll just find me in work clothes. Like most of the time, I have there's
Right.
like 4 outfits that I have that are clean, ready to go because I know that those are the 4 outfits I'm gonna wear when I'm not working. Because
Right.
most of the time I'm in work clothes. Like that's about
Okay.
it. I would like to
That's
get
super
a
dope. That's
nice pair
dope.
of khakis to perform in though when winter time comes.
Yeah, yeah, because that's khakis and sweatpants and jeans. That's like the whole winter thing. That's the winter thing. That's the winter style that everybody's going to be doing. So yeah, khakis is nice.
I think Dre said this shit too, right? Still rock the khakis with the cuff and the crease.
Right, with the cuff and the crease. Period. You can never go wrong with a pair with a nice pair of slacks with a cuff and a crease in it. That way. Now he talking about cuffs and crease. He took it back, wait, back, like old school back. Like, okay, Dre, I see you, sir. All right.
I still like that style too. I mean, like for the most part, like for work, like my uniform, like I wear khakis. I mean, granted they get dirty because like the field that I work in, but I like if I have a nice pair that
Right.
haven't gotten messed up yet and they don't have stains and stuff in them, I'm like, damn, I can go to work and look good because I got these nice ass khakis on, and then they get ruined, and I'm
Right.
like, shit. Not about to buy another
Oh
pair
my
of khakis
goodness.
to work in. I'm just gonna work in the old
Uh-uh.
ones.
Just so they can get dirty again. Yeah. So if you don't mind me asking you, like, what do you like? What's your occupation? What do you
uh,
do?
so I do landscaping. So like anything that has to
Okay.
do with making somebody's property look nice, anything like that. That's pretty much what I do. We got
Okay.
out of like
So that's
a lot of the digging stuff, but for the most part, it's like, and it depends too, cause like I'll work on stuff at the shop. So like if I'm in my pants like and I gotta get greasy, like it is what it is.
right, right. So landscaping, that's like putting down like molds, like bricks and patio work and all that other stuff.
Yeah, so we do that too, cause like you have separate stuff. Like that would be like hardscapes, like doing walkways, patios, stuff like that, and then you
Okay.
got like softscapes, which is like all your flower beds, mulch beds, like stuff like that. And then I mean, I guess you could kind of tie that up into like property maintenance, so like taking care of everything,
Right.
grass, bushes, like stuff like that.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's really dope.
Trying to
So
trying to
yeah,
get some of my
so
own businesses off the ground too, so it's a lot. I'm usually
what
always working.
and it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We in motion, we out here winning, positive vibes. That's what we doing. You already know.
So I know you said that you were formerly from Philly.
Hmm.
Where did Are you still close to that area, or are you like on the opposite side of the country now?
Oh no. I'm currently residing in Philly. I was born and raised in Philly, but now I reside in more so the we call this part. It's kind of like Uptown, Nicetown, Germantown, Pennsylvania, Germantown, Philadelphia. That's where I'm more so residing at now. But yeah, born and raised in North Philly, in the hood. I was raised in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now I live in Germantown, part of Uptown, Nicetown, around that area. That's where I live now. That's where I reside.
Nice. It's always nice to stay where you're at, just to change the scenery a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially because this world is crazy now. We live in a crazy world, so we gotta stay around people that's positive. Stay around, our tribe. Get people around you that's motivated like you and that's moving and that's pushing. And because this world today, man, it's crazy. So many people is trying to one up people and competition, and I see all that, and it's just like I'm just blessed to be around people that's like me, that's like minded like me, that's hitting their goals and want to see each other win and supporting one another. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to be around people like that.
And
Absolutely.
that's one of the reasons why I started this was because like I was talking to my partner Bloodleaf about it. I was like, bro, I have seen so many people that have like came up from like they'll tell you their backstory where they came from before they like started making music like bigger, right? And they started getting a fan base and actually started making money off of it. And they'll tell you what it was like where they were at. The problem is, I saw a spot where it was like I didn't see that, so I want to start and be one of those like one of those artists who's actually like still down here, doesn't have that following, isn't making the money, doesn't have like all the streams and stuff, and show people like this is where you start. Like you can see exactly where I'm at. So when I get to here, there's video proof of where I'm at, like going all the way back. Just because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of people who jump into this and might not, they might get overwhelmed, right? Like because they're not getting streams, they're not getting this, like stuff's not going in motion. And it's like a lot of people, I feel like, don't realize the amount of work that it takes behind it. Like those people who are telling you that stuff, they started somewhere. So if I can start
Mm-hmm.
down here and build a community around it and help other people go up at the same time, and maybe if I have some knowledge that they don't have and I'm able to help other artists, I'll do that. That's what I want to do. That's why I started this, because I can give artists a safe place to come and talk about stuff or learn new stuff or get with other people and, you know, collaborate and figure things out together rather than we're all doing this shit by ourselves. Um, and there's not really any evidence of where, you know, these bigger people are telling you where they were at, but you can't see it because they're all the way up here now, but
Yeah.
they don't have any proof that they were down there. So to me,
Right.
it's kind of hard to look at an artist and go, oh, okay, so you were in my shoes at one point when I have nothing to go off of other than your word. So that was kind of my idea with
Right.
this, was to just start at the bottom and build a community around it and help other artists and just make music, do what we like to do the most. Yo, what's up, Hendrix? Hendrix is in here now. That's dope.
And I'm shout out Hendrix. What's good with you? Salute. I'm grateful to even grace your platform. Thank you for just allowing me to come on your platform and just get to know you, get to know your work, get to know the people that you're connected with, and things of that nature. I'm grateful to be here. I wanted to touch on what you said when it came to not having enough followers and stuff like that. There's a lot of artists that are overlooked because they may not have a big following, or they may not, have enough streams, or they may not have that support system. But what I'm noticing is it's the people like us that don't have that that's starting to now gain traction, because, and it's not more so because we don't have a following, or it's not more so because we don't have the support. It's because of our work ethic. I'm noticing that, like, a lot of people that are in our shoes now, that are independent artists, they're working, they're pushing themselves, they're pushing their brands, they're pushing their platforms, they're connecting with people that's positive and that's like-minded, and it's gaining traction, rather than those who do have a following or do have what they call clout or whatever the case may be, and they're not gaining as many numbers as we are. I'm noticing that now. And it's just so many people that do have a following, instead of, joining a community and helping and guiding and leading people. Most of them are just cocky and arrogant, and, think that they've already arrived and think that they made it. And this is why my team, we go by hungry and humble. That's the motto. Hungry and humble, because we're hungry enough to go for what we want, right? We're hungry enough to be successful, to climb that ladder, to put the work in, but we're also humble enough to know where we came from. You know what I'm saying? So we always say hungry and humble all the time. Hungry and humble. We never forget where we come from. We're willing to celebrate each other wins. We're willing to share. We're willing to promote. We're willing to support. But we're also hungry to keep going, to keep pushing our dreams, even when we may not feel like it. We may be tired, or we may be overwhelmed, because life happens. But we push past that to continue to be encouraging, to continue to push other people as well as ourselves. So yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm noticing that it's a lot of people that have a low following that's really out here killing it, doing shows, getting into entrepreneurship, connecting with different brands. Like, they're doing their thing, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Absolutely.
And that's another thing to me. Like, so with this platform, like I kind of vet the people that I let in, right? Um, because I want to make sure that there's not. I want to make sure the best of my abilities that I can keep everybody cordial. I want everybody on the same page that wants to see, like everything that you just said is like the same thing that I created this platform for. Um, so I try to vet people as much as I can, because I don't want to let somebody in, because then that reflects on me. Like if somebody's going around doing some
Right.
fucking fuck shit that like nobody wants to hear, or it's like just trying to bring other people down, I don't want that around, because if I let them into my community, now that reflects on me. Like, oh, he let this guy in here,
Right.
which, I
Right.
mean, people do stuff out of the random. Like they'll just do stuff out of the blue. Like, you can't control people. So like, if I ever let anybody in the community that is like that, they're done. You're gone. I don't want to see that shit. I've already seen a lot of it.
Absolutely.
Um, and I walked. I like straight up. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting in the middle of it. I don't care. Like this, it doesn't matter. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm making music. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. I don't need to have people wasting my energy and time, because I'm already overwhelmed as much as it is. Uh, and that's like, how you said like supporting other people and everything. Like sometimes, like I have to tell people. I did this to Savvy, because Savvy added me to a group chat with a lot of cool guys. I have to tell him, I was like, hey man, look, like I might not be active in this group chat a lot. I can't do it. I get overwhelmed when there's that many people, and I do literally everything on my own as far as like music goes. So like anytime you listen to one of my songs, like I probably made the beat. If I didn't make the beat, Bloodleaf made it. But I'm writing it, I'm recording it, I'm mixing, I'm mastering. Like it's cat, man. Um,
Oh, hi. I love cats. I have a cat myself. His name is Onyx. He's an all black cat.
I love him when he's not trying to mess me up, because he'll turn my computer off if
Yeah.
I'm not careful. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, Bully just said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself." So Leaf's in here. He said, "How do you guys feel about artists rushing themselves because of pressure to find an audience with new content?"
Um, what I will say is, I will answer that question. I'll say this. Every artist has their own path. They have their own journey, whatever their vision may be, whatever their goal might be. They have their own vision. They have their own dream that they want to accomplish. But we have to remember that this is a marathon, not a race. Okay. You have to remember that if you're to move towards your goals, be the turtle and not the hare. When you're in a rush to get streams, or you're in a rush to get followers, or you're in a rush to just make a name for yourself, by rushing, you're going to miss so much, because you have so much potential, you have so many gifts, so many talents. Rushing is going to be a big blocker for you. So take your time, enjoy the journey, perfect your craft. Even if you're a singer, vocal lessons, or go on YouTube, find vocal exercises, find a community that can surround your gift, that can encourage you, that can mold you, that can motivate you. Get you a team if you're feeling overwhelmed, but don't rush, because by rushing, you're going to miss so much. And there's so much out here that can elevate you, that can push you, that can really motivate you and encourage you. So take your time, enjoy the journey. Remember, it's a marathon, not a race.
And he also said, along with that, I didn't realize it because I was reading it when you started, but it said, "Do you feel it affects the quality of the independent scene in a negative way? Should there be a new way for small artists to be seen without having to make content?" And then before you answer that, Hendrix said, "I don't allow anyone to slow up or speed up my process, not even myself. I found myself telling myself I need to drop yesterday. Had to have a stern talking fuck talking to with dog." Hendrix, I apologize for that too. I know you sent me that song to hop on, and it's been a rough past couple weeks. I'm not gonna lie, my head's been a mess. But yeah, so as far as a new way for small artists to be seen without having to make content, right? Because I understand that so this is something that I talk about a lot, right? I hate content. I'm not a content creator, I'm an artist. I fucking hate content. Hate it. This is like the best form of content anybody can get out of me, right? Because I'm 100% like I'm being myself. I say the same thing. Like I don't switch up. This is a place where people can come see who I am. If they like me, maybe they'll listen to my music. Like, I, for that aspect, I don't really care. Like I started this like as to help other artists and to help listeners gain a perspective of what it's like to be an independent artist. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so this is my form of content. This is kind of like as good as I get when it comes to content because I hate doing it. I believe, for me, I believe that there's a way for smaller artists to be seen without having to make content and not necessarily saying like doing shows and stuff like that. I feel like you can get in front of people without having to do any of that. I feel like it probably takes a little bit more money to do it that way because we're talking about, running ads. We're talking about releasing a song every fucking week. I did it before and it worked pretty well. Like I ended up with 1,300 listeners, or 1,300 monthlies. I think I
Wow.
had
That's dope.
over 1,400 streams in a month at that point, or 1,500.
Wow.
But
Wow.
it got to the point where it almost felt like I was sacrificing my art to an extent because I wasn't really going through everything the way that I should have been going through it. Bully's actually one of the people that helped me realize that because they fucking killed one of my songs in one of the reviews that we were both in, and I was like, I'm never gonna let anybody fucking say that shit again. Like I'm gonna make sure everything's good. And I feel like I haven't released any garbage since then. Uh, so I appreciate that. Like because after he sent me that, I ended up hitting him up on Twitter and we ended up growing our relationship after that. Because like I wasn't mad. I was like, yo, he's just being honest. Like, but
Right.
that was the criticism that I needed to go, yo, fuck that. I'm never gonna have anybody say that again. Like I don't want to hear that shit. Um, and he said, let's be clear, the song wasn't garbage. It was just all beat. No. I know. We've been through it. We've been through it. It was, I can't listen to it anymore. I'm gonna be fucking completely honest. I can't even listen to it now. But nah, it's like for me, I think that there are ways to do it. And like I said, I mean, doing a song a week, like proving that to myself, like I showed myself that I can do it. The problem is, I feel like that gets extremely overwhelming, especially if you don't have like a catalog of stuff that's in the vault already. Now it's a time frame thing. So it's like if you have your beats ready and you kind of start like an outline or something, it's like, all right, cool. So this is ready. I drop my songs on, let's say I drop my songs on Friday. This was my schedule actually. I drop my songs on Friday. So I know Friday this song is done. This song, like I'm not doing anything with it, like it's being released. Saturday and Sunday, I know that I have time to actually sit down and record if I need to record, or I can sit down and write whatever. And then Monday, if I have to, I can still finish recording, finish writing, but I have to be mixing and mastering on Monday and Tuesday, and it has to be posted on Wednesday for it to drop on Friday. Doing a
Mm-hmm.
fucking schedule like that, I did it for 2 months. And at the end of that 2 months, I was so emotionally exhausted and so mentally drained because it like you're keeping track of all of that like while you're doing your regular life, right? So like I'm still going to work, I'm still
Right.
keeping up with people, I'm still doing all the stuff that I need to do, but knowing that I have to get this stuff out at a certain time, it was a lot. So I realized how self-sufficient I can actually be,
Right.
but I now what I'm thinking is having a catalog of stuff that's already in the vault, already recorded, to where I can drop 2 to 3 months of songs. I can drop a song a week for 2 or 3 months and just call it good because now I don't have to rush stuff. So if
Right.
I get 5 songs done in a month, and that whole month I already have stuff ready to go that I'm gonna send out. Everything's already selected for a date when it's supposed to release, and then I do 5 songs the next month. Well, there's only 4 weeks in a month. So now I have 2 more months while everything's still dropping. So I would rather get built up to where I could do that. My problem is like I don't have that much time to create as much as I want, and for whatever reason, I have some highs and lows to where the point where I'm like I don't want. It's not even that I can't write; it's that I don't want to, and I always feel
Right.
like it's gonna make me write some trash ass shit, so I just don't do it. There's a couple times in there where I'll get some good stuff out of it. Like it just depends. Um, so for me, it's kind of just it's feeling everything out because I don't want to go into a session not at my best. Because for the
Right.
people who do listen to me regularly, I want them to be able to enjoy this shit. Like I don't want to just drop a song just to drop a song. And for me myself, like I don't want to just drop a song. I'm dropping essentially a piece of me. I'm throwing it into the ether. Like
Right.
so, if I'm gonna take a piece of me and put it out, like it has to be the best version that I can give everybody. That's how I feel now. Before, like I was just releasing shit just to release shit, just because the brain was going crazy. I already had beats. Like it is what it is. Now it's a little bit different. Now I'm maturing as an artist, as basically what I can say. I'm maturing as an artist, and I'm seeing stuff a little bit differently than what I used to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I could definitely relate to that because I'm the same way. Like, if I'm going to release something, it has to be something that's relating, something that everybody can relate to, and something that people can feel. When I Narcissist, which is my recent single that's actually out now. Um, when I first I can't believe I'm admitting this, but when I first started to record it, I hated it. I did. I didn't like it. And I didn't like it because I knew, number one, that it was going to take me out of my comfort zone. And I also was just recently coming out of a bad breakup with my boyfriend. So I literally was just like in a whole like I just don't want to talk about it. But I had to think about it like, wait, if I release this song, it's probably going to do really good because we don't ever talk about narcissistic people. So I might be the first to actually do that. So you know what? Let's do it. It took a couple sessions to get it to where it got to, but I'm glad we did release it because it's making such an impact. So many people are like DMing me, thank you for this song. We really needed it. We don't talk about narcissistic people, and this song is amazing. Like and it doesn't stroke my ego because I'm not egotistical. It just makes me even more humble as an artist to know that sometimes releasing releasing your own experiences can help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just want to tell you, like, keep going, like keep going, keep pushing, and don't second guess yourself. If you feel that this specific, song is gonna hit or it's gonna, impact people, release it. Of course, make sure that it's A1, as you said. Make sure it's good quality and stuff like that. But if you feel like it's going to help people, release it because it's people out here that really needs your art. They need your art, and somebody out here is probably waiting for Sean Pearson, SP the Great. You know what I'm saying? They waiting for you. So give it to them. Give
And
them
that,
give them give them your experiences.
so Bully said, he said I hate 90% of my music. I feel that.
Oh
Even
my
though even though
God.
even though I like it, like I hate it at the same time. But no, I completely understand what you mean because like the first the first song that I dropped, like so I'm gonna be like I can go back and say this. This is where I'm humble at. Like I know what songs I have that are ass. 100%.
Hmm.
Like Headshot was ass. Recorded that shit with my microphone backwards because I didn't know that it was a fucking directional mic. So when you listen to that shit, it sounds like ass. The lyrics ass. I wrote it just to like. It was one of the first songs that I wrote, as in like I'm gonna do the same shit everybody else is doing, essentially, right? The
Hmm.
second 2 releases that I had after that, not the best. They could have been touched up. They could have been worked on better. As far as production goes, probably 2 of my favorite songs that I produced. I mean, I had hours in these motherfuckers. Like, I probably had 40 hours in each of them. Like, I was going through them crazy. And
Wow.
Beaten was actually my favorite that I have produced, and it is so like it's everything about it to me is perfect. But that song I had actually written from like one of my like she was probably my best friend at the time. I wrote it about one of her relationships because she was in an abusive relationship. So I wrote this song
Wow.
from my perspective and from her perspective. Um, and I kind of wanted to bring more awareness to, like women that go through abuse and shit like that. And like I haven't had that many fucking streams on that song, but to me, like that's an important one because like I'm hitting a topic that I feel like there are some women that can relate that they need to hear that shit. They need to hear a man understands what they went through, or they just need to hear that somebody else went through that and they're not by themselves. Forever Alone was my second release, and that one was me like coming off of a breakup and like just going all in. Um I like that one a lot. That one was like a little bit more toward like the emo rap side, I guess you could say. Wasn't like 100%.
Hmm.
But those two were like the most emotional ones that I had made since I came out with myself. And with myself is the most generalized emotional song that I can make. And when I say generalized, I mean as into where anybody listens to that, they can relate to it because the way that I use the words. It's literally like a song about an internal battle with yourself and you just struggling
Wow.
to make that fight out of it. I think like one of the lines that I said was taking the bid because of your crime. I'm locked in the cell of my mind, trying to get out. The stars won't align. Like, it's. I used a lot of metaphors in there that like I felt hit really hard that the majority of people could relate to because coming up as a kid, like I was more into the metal scene when I hit like my teen years. I think there was actually a period where I didn't even listen to rap because I hated it. It was all fucking mumble rap. I wouldn't fucking listen to it. And if I did, I listened to old school shit. I went back to my Biggie
Wow.
and all that shit. So like from 13 until 16, I didn't listen to anything but metal. Like it was strictly metal. I think 2013 was the last time I listened to rap because Juicy J dropped the Stay Trippy. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, that shit was
Hmm.
fire. And then everything else
Yeah.
after that, I was like, nah, fuck this shit. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm done. I jumped back into like the rap scene toward like 17, and then I started actually. I think I started making beats in 2020, and then at the end of 2020, I released my first song. Like I like jumped straight from making beats to for like 6 months to like, yo, I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna rap on my beats. So I've really only been doing this for the past 4 years, and
Wow.
it has been a journey, and I love like, and that's why I tell everybody too. The reason I have my catalog set up the way I do, like, I can go through and take the songs out that I think are ass. I can do that if I want, but I don't want to because I want my catalog to also show the steps that I've made as an artist. So, like, when you go back and listen to my
Right.
first song compared to Fuck It, I Do It Myself, the one that I just dropped, you're like, that's not even the same guy.
Wow. The progression, the progress, the growth. Yes. Absolutely. 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 And us as an independent artist community, we need artists like that because there's a lot of artists that I see because I sit back and I watch and I observe and I see them putting in the work and I see them doing it and like you said, like you could have easily just diminished it and there's so many artists doing that. They'll just be like, oh no, I'm gonna just trash this because it's not good. No, keep that. Let the people see your growth. Let the people see your growth. Let them see. That's something that you can see for yourself. That's something that if you want to have kids someday, you could let them listen to it. Like, listen to what I used to do back in the day. Like, that's keep that. Like, so I agree with you. Yes, absolutely. Because I have an EP that I came out with. This was way back in like 2016, 2017. It was called Desperate Call. I went on SoundCloud the other day and I was listening to some of the songs on there, and I had a moment. I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing because this is one song. I swear I killed it, and I listened to it. And it was like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But now, from then until now, I see the vocal growth in my vocals. Like, I see how much I've grown. So I absolutely do agree with you. Like, you got to keep that track record, keep it,
That's like because
keep
like
that
I
track
can go
record. Yeah.
back and listen to fucking Goliath, and I'll hear like I thought it was the hottest shit when I fucking made it. I was like, yo, that's so fucking dope. That shit's dope as fuck. I was like,
Right.
call my chopper Drake because that bitch let us sing, and I was like, I listen to it now, and I'm like, that's kind of whack. Yeah, I'm like, but as when I like so what I was touching up on the like the metal part was like I found songs that really helped me in that scene, and I got over to like the rap side, and I was like, I haven't really heard a whole lot to help people like in this genre. Now it's changing a little bit. So we did have Mac, and when Mac came out with Swimming, like that album was like holy shit. Like I can listen to that album on repeat for the
Yeah.
entire fucking week, every day,
Yeah.
all day long. Like I can do it.
Absolutely.
Um, and now Juicy J's making the switch, which I was really surprised about because he has the Mental Trillness 2, and now his new album that he just
Hmm.
dropped. Um, which his new album, like for me, was just such. I think that was his most inspirational album for me because like I can go back and tell you like all the 3-6 shit. Like I can tell you like I favorite group, favorite rapper, Juicy J. Like I can't. That man's fucking incredible. But his new one kind of opened me up a little bit more. Because he like so when I watched the interview on it like and he was talking about how he listened to a lot of jazz, um,
Hmm.
and then he kind of incorporated that in his music, and then the stuff that he was talking about in his new album, I was like, dude, I was like, it's like it's not it has some of the old school like Juicy J elements to it, but like he's like he's like way progressing where he's at now, and I was like, dude, that I listened to that shit, and I was like, I got home, I hooked up my electric kit, like I had some backing track play, and I started playing the drum part to it, and then I was like, I want to see if I can do something like that because like I had already had the idea in my head, but then when I heard that, like it kind of just solidified it. I was like, there is so much more shit that I can
Right.
do that I'm not even thinking about. Um, and then like as far as like the majority of my music goes, like most of the time I kind of just make whatever I feel like, but there's an element to my music where I'm like, I want to be able to help reach those people that I feel like need that kind of guidance, but they're not getting it from a lot of the artists that they're listening to. And that
Right.
goes more toward like the emotional side of things rather than like the regular stuff. Because like I know we had XXX Temptation on. He kind of did a little bit more emotional stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but it's like all the people that started to do that, they're gone now. So it's like
They're
who's gonna
gone.
take their
Yeah.
place? And it's not like I want to
We
take the
have
place.
to.
Like I don't want to fill the shoes, right? Like I want to do my shit my own way, but I want to be able to
Right.
help people on that emotional level. Like when they're going through some shit, they can listen to it and be like, "Damn, he's right. Like that makes sense. Like that helps. Like now it's tying the pieces of the puzzle together." So that's kind of I lean a
Absolutely.
little bit more toward that with my music, and I think that might be why I'm in a little bit of a fog is because I haven't been making stuff like that recently. Because like fuck it, I do it myself was kind of just like a fuck you to like the industry, like, and I was like, I do all this shit by myself. That's how I'm gonna fucking continue doing it, like, and to show other people that listen to it, like, hey, like if there's something that you want to do, like you can do it. Like just don't be a bitch. Just go out and do it. Who cares? Like who gives a fuck?
Absolutely.
When they tell you can't, you say,
Absolutely.
"Fuck it, I do it
Absolutely.
myself."
Period. 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 And that's what I use my platform for as well. I use my platform for that exact purpose, to encourage people, to let people know, you're loved, you're special, you're amazing. I wrote narcissist not only because it was just something that I experienced, but I wrote it because I know that there's a lot of people out there that's dealing with narcissistic individuals, whether if it's a relationship, family, coworkers, whatever the case may be. They may not know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because narcissistic people don't care. Like, they'll destroy your whole life and keep it pushing. Now you're stuck there to pick up the pieces and get your life back together. So I wrote it to let the people know, like, yes, they exist. Yes, we went through it, but we're gonna break these chains, and we're gonna set ourselves free from these narcissistic people. So I can absolutely, not only touch base with you, but just agree with what you're saying. Like, yes, we are needed in these independent community streets. We're needed. It's people out here that need to hear us, that need our art, they need our voice, they need the message, they need to be inspired. It's so much more to music than just talking about, holes and getting money and banging this chick and banging this guy and killing people and all that. Like, it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Today's music, I feel like it's trash.
Oh
It's,
no,
it's,
one
it's
hundred
trash.
percent.
It's trash. And I'm saying that because it's like, even if you remember back in the day, I'm a 90s kid, so I grew up in the era of Michael Jackson, Prince, Luther, SWV, In Vogue, uh, just Whitney Houston. Like, these were people that wasn't only talented, but they had a gift that can touch people. When they open their mouth, you can feel it. The Biggies, the Tupacs, the Vanilla Ice, the Run DMCs, the Salt and Pepper. Like, these were people that it wasn't just rap or music, it was hip hop, it was soul. When you looked at these people, that's what you saw. And I just feel like now we're in the era where everything is just trending. And I'm just like, where's the tail of that? Like, what is this? Like, what am I listening to? I don't understand. Like, what is this? No, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it. So yes, we are needed because we're bringing that back. We're bringing back true, authentic music that the people need to hear. Because today's music, I ain't with it. I'm
and
sorry.
and that's why I feel like there are independent artists that are killing it because they figured out how to make that trending sounding sound but actually have a good message. Like, I don't know if you know who Poppy THBK is, but like, he's killing it. Like, his message, and I
Yeah,
love his message. Like, he's got one of the, for me, like, one of the best messages at like a lot of independent artists. And I know, like, he's in his own little specific genre because he's the heartbreak kid, so he makes like heartbreak music.
yeah, yeah.
But that was kind of, and this is before I really even dove into what my track Forever Alone meant. Cause like like in the chorus, I say, when you call them out, these bitches oppressed. I'm done with the stress. Forever alone, forever alone. Uh,
Ooh,
fuck,
that's
I
that's
forgot the
that's
rest
that's
of it.
catchy.
But like,
That's
so
I like that.
I came out with that, right, and it's like I didn't really think about it a lot. And now, like, the more that I think about it, I'm like, bro, I've been single for the past 4 years. Like, I won't go back through that shit again. I won't deal with it. Like, it was bullshit. I won't put up with that shit. I have my own shit that I'm doing. Um and I ended up making a fucking song that like was actually true to like to an extent. Like, I haven't really like tried to talk to anybody. I don't want to. And that's like the dating culture like nowadays is like completely different too. That's a whole nother topic. Um but it came from a place of sincerity. And I feel
Right.
like with industry music, we don't have that anymore. Granted, there's a push
Yeah.
for the music that is industry music for a reason. There are labels that are pushing that shit because it fucking sells.
Right.
I feel like more people are growing tired of that. And
Yeah.
like TikTok was a big help with that for independent artists that were actually making music that means something to get out there because now they have a platform they can thrive on because most of us don't have the kind of
Hmm.
money labels got. I say this shit all
Yeah.
the time. Would Drake be
Yeah.
as big as Drake is if he didn't have all that fucking money to push his music in front of everybody? I don't
He
believe he
wouldn't
would.
be. Mm-mm. That's
So
facts. That-
like
yeah.
that's kind of where I come from. It like there was one really good artist that was able to get his way out independently very very early in the game. Juice Main, we know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
figured out how to make music that sounded trendy while still staying true to. I mean, granted, most of his shit back in the day was like drug music, but his
Yeah.
new shit
Yeah.
like is still popping off, and it's more internal thoughts rather than what's going on around him.
Right.
So I believe that more people are looking for that inspirational music rather than just music that they can fucking listen to.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I know that it might not be the mass, but we're making that shift. So
Right.
that's what I want to be a part of, is that shift of making music that actually means shit.
Yeah. Yes. And also, I noticed too, like a lot of mainstream artists are now going independent. Like I am noticing that. Like they're shifting to independent music. Like they're not, and it's a lot of stuff that's being exposed in the mainstream industry, but there's a lot of artists that's shifting towards that independent route because they want that creative control over their music, which I can understand because as creatives, we definitely want that creative control. You know what I'm saying? That to be able to control our sound, to be able to add what we want to add, or take out what we want to take out, or maybe vamp it up, or whatever the case may be. We want that control. So I understand that. I get it. And yeah, it's we out here killing it. As independent artists, I'm seeing it. We are killing it, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I was gonna say I got the tickets for my show here. got a show on Friday. I didn't even
Hey,
actually
period.
get into this to do shows, which is the crazy part. I mean, I think I'm still undecided. Uh, I'm happy that I get to experience it because not everybody. I don't know why my stream disconnected. What? We're back. All right, I think we're good. I don't know why I disconnected. Um,
Okay.
but I don't know. I mean, I'm doing it, and like I'm going into the shows like I'm gonna put on the best performance that I can, even though it's not necessarily something that like I jumped in to do. If I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna put my name on it, I'm gonna do it right. The first show that I ever did,
Absolutely.
or the first show that me and Bloodleaf ever did, we didn't have lyrics over like playing behind us. Like we went in just beat, and then I left the hooks on just to give myself a minute because like I had never performed before. So I was like, I can leave the hook on, catch my breath for a second. If I need to, just fucking settle myself down, like I have a couple seconds where I can do that. Um, so it doing my first show helped a lot. I will say that I ended up meeting a lot of good people that fucking showed me to a lot of other good people and kind of got the ball rolling a little bit more. So I'm hoping I can do the same thing at this show. I'm not gonna know anybody there. My boy DBO
Right.
was supposed to come, but he had a scheduling issue, so he won't be able to make it. So now I'm kind of just going in. I'm like, I don't know anybody. I don't know what to expect, and we're just gonna fucking do what we came to do, and hopefully we can get some people that like our music and meet some new artists. See where it goes from there. But as far as actually performing goes, I didn't actually get into it to perform. Um, I just did it because I liked it. I've been playing. I've been doing anything music since I was like 12. So the past 13 years, like it's just been music, music, music. Um, and now it's kind of different. And sometimes it hurts my feelings the way shit's changing. I'm like, damn, bro. Like when I came up with like when I was younger, like it wasn't like the music scene wasn't like this. Like it seemed like it was a little bit cooler, and now it's like it feels like it's going downhill. I'm like, I want to try and help change it. That's why I wanted to start this community, was to bring back that older. I know we're not gonna be able to go back that way, but I want to bring back that community surrounding music like how it used to be,
Yeah.
and not just everybody's just got their Spotify playlist on. They don't even know the fucking name of who's on. Like I want people to oh yo, I love that song. That's blase blah. They kill this shit every
Yep.
time they come on. Like that's what I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
for.
Yeah. Yeah. And as long as we stay connected and as long as we continue to build this community, it may not be what we used to, but if we can get it close enough, we can do it. We can do it. I believe in it. We can do it. Absolutely.
And I think
Absolutely. We
that
can we
comes
can do it.
too as in like if we have people that are just shitty as like independent artists and like just go out of their way to talk shit, like we need to oust those fucking people. I don't want them around.
Right.
And it's
Yeah,
not
no.
even just to like, oust them and keep them off of my platform. Like I want to keep them the fuck away. Don't fuck with that guy. Like that dude's a
Yeah.
piece of shit. He don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
That's like and that's the biggest thing for me is like people who don't care about the fans that actually come and like listen to their music and spend money on their merch and travel hours away to go to their shows and stuff. Like if there's people like that, I don't, nah, fuck you. I got a show coming up. We need people. You're not coming. You don't get to
Yeah.
come perform
Yeah.
because you don't even care about the
Mm-mm.
people that are coming to watch us. You don't care about the people that are paying us for
Yeah.
this show. I would
Yeah.
rather have
Absolutely.
people that are on the same page. Um,
Yeah.
and like Hendrix found out who I was before I even did this podcast. More on a
Wow.
personal scale, like before we really like we've sent music back and forth.
Hmm.
It's been a little rough trying to finish music for me lately. I know that, and I feel bad because like I want to fucking do a track with him, but he was just talking to me about like some straight up life shit, and like I was doing like anything. I was going through and like researching shit and like sending him screenshots and like showing him all kinds of shit like down around my area, and like I will, if I fuck with you, like I fuck with you, and I want to see you do good. Not because like I get a fucking ego boost from it. Like I don't really give a fuck. I just want to see other people be able to do good for themselves, and that's kind of just what it is. Like I'm a dick, but I'm not a dick at the same time. It's like one of those things. Like if you understand what I'm saying, like I can be an
Yeah. I
asshole
get
when I
it.
need to be an asshole, but like I'm not actually that person all the time. It's only when I need to be that person.
Yeah.
And when I see other people like doing good shit around me or like shit like that, like I want to bring them in and help build with them because I know that they're on the same wavelength. They're not just, doing whatever and like trying to take advantage of people. They actually care about what's going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it goes back to professionalism, like being mindful of what you put on your social media, being mindful of how you present yourself. This all encamps around your artistry. It's more, and I think more artists need to know that it's more to being an artist than just recording a hit song and performing. No, it's how you get booked for them shows is what they see, what they watch, what they're watching you do. People are watching, whether you know or not. They're watching you. They're watching you. And if what you're putting into the public, if you're a public figure and if you're not putting, you know, yourself out there to be marketable or for a promoter to book you, they're not going to book you. Like you said, nobody wants to deal with negativity all the time. If that's all you're putting out there, they're not going to want you on their platform at all. Like they're not. So it's people think I'm crazy when I say this, but no, what you how you present yourself matters too. It does. It matters. It matters when you're on stage. It matters when you're not on stage. It matters when you're doing podcasts or interviews like this. And it also matters when you're not doing it. People are watching you. So you have to be very careful on, how you present yourself and how you market yourself as an artist, not even just as an artist, but whatever your craft may be. It may be business. You may be in school, whatever the case may be. You have to be careful on what you put out to the public because as trendy as things are being trended, once that trend ends, then what? What you want to do? Like be authentic, be yourself, be you. That is what people want. They want you. They don't want no trending or bashing people. Or they don't want that. No, be yourself. Be authentic.
And
It'll
that
take you very
that's
far.
like I was telling you before, like that's why That's why I said it like before we got on here. Like I'm not PC. Like I say what the fuck I want to say, and if I'm speaking facts, like I'm gonna speak facts whether people fucking like it or not. Like I am who I am, and if people don't like that, like oh well, like if it's not for you,
Period.
then go the fuck away. If I
Absolutely.
say like, and that's like when I do my regular show, like the stuff I talk about, I'm like, if you are upset or offended at what I just said, this isn't for you. You shouldn't be here because that shouldn't have hurt your feelings. You should
Yeah.
have taken that information and been like, you know what, like he's got a good point. I need to start doing this, or I'm not doing this, or I could do this better, or like whatever the fuck the case may be. What I'm talking about, I'm like, if that hurts your feelings, this isn't the platform for you. And it's only because I don't care about how you feel. I want to see you do good. So if
Mm-hmm.
you sit here and cry about the situation that you're in, but then somebody tells you the truth about what's going on and you're hurt by it, you're not gonna do the stuff that you need to do. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna keep crying about it. So, I say it a lot. Like especially if I say something that's like clip worthy to take a short from, I'll go
Mm-hmm.
back and I'll be like, if that shit bothered you, this isn't the place for you because you aren't
Yeah.
willing to do
Yeah.
what you need to do to be an artist to put yourself out there. Like I
Absolutely.
100% show my personality, um, and that's it is what it is. If you don't like my personality, like you don't like it, I don't really care. Like it's just for me, it's one of those things. It's like I'm not saying like, oh, I don't care because I'm edgy. Like, no, I just don't give a fuck. Like the first thing that I ran into when I started making rap was, you're fucking white, you can't rap, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm
Wow.
like, all
Wow.
right, bet. So you gonna say that? Now go listen to my last fucking song, and then we'll talk about it. Go listen to my
Period.
last three fucking songs. We'll talk about it. Oh, and if you don't like
Period.
it, make sure that you make a video about my song and talk shit about it. Get in my comments and talk shit. Why do I want you to get in my comments and talk shit? Because I'm getting free everything from you. I'm getting free engagement, which means the
Yup.
algorithm's gonna push me more. Like I don't
Yup.
care.
Yup.
I keep it 100. Like if you don't like the shit, make sure you say something about it. Give me the
Mm-hmm.
engagement, and I'ma laugh
Yup.
because at the end of the day,
Period.
I'm still gonna be keep doing the same shit that I'm doing, and you just gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
hating ass bitch at the end of the day. That's all it is.
Period. Period. And it's crazy you said that because I had a situation that just happened with my ex. He literally went, I lie to you not. Mind you, before he released the song, right, he had put a preview of it on Instagram. So mind you, I'm reading the caption and I'm listening to the beat and I'm like, I bet you this is a diss track. I bet you. And Lord and behold, when it released, I listened to it. I was like, oh, that was cute. Mind you, right? I didn't do no subliminal posts. I didn't do no video about putting the diss track out or none of that. I let them have it because at the end of the day, baby, I won. I made it. You literally is in your feelings and decided to make a diss track about me. I won. Period. That's free press. That's free publicity. Thank you. You welcome. Yes, I won. Period.
It's
And
funny
to
that you said that too, because when when I was pissed off, like after I left my ex and shit, like I made a song called "Dead to Me," and
oh shit.
I went fucking hard on this motherfucker, right? And it was funny as shit because my baby mama was
Yo.
still friends with her son. And he had listened to my music and he was like, all those ones are trash. He was like, but I like Dead to Me. And would play the shit in the car with his mom, bro. And I was like, yo, I'm fucking winning. I'm
Yes.
winning. And I'm like,
Period.
even if she laughs, I'm getting paid off this bitch. I'm getting paid off that bitch. I'm still getting paid off that bitch. And I'm like, all I
Period.
did was put like how I felt out. And it was like I didn't do no name dropping. I didn't do no shit like that. I mean, I dropped some really good hints that if the person who I was talking about listened to it knew exactly who the fuck I was talking about. And then her kid listened to the shit, and I was like,
right.
yo, I fucking did
That's
it.
that is free streams. Okay, you getting streams, you getting download. Yeah, you won. Period. Period. And like I said, that's why I ain't even get mad about it because I'm like I did call my peoples and I said, yo, listen to this, Joe. Like he really decided to put a and I okay. So at first I kind of wasn't my feelings because I'm like, why are you doing that? So then they had to tell me like change my perception. Like no, bitch, you won. Like he's still pressed about you and decided to put a diss track about you and put the name of your song in it. You won, boo. Like you made it. Period.
Free
And I had to
promotion.
free promotion. And I'm just like, yeah. So right now, all you seeing right now is me posting positive stuff. You seeing me at shows. I'm not even worried about you, but I know you did it though. But thank you. So if you're watching me right now, yep, you're welcome. Thank you. Period.
Hell yeah.
Period. Period. Because I'm like, why would I take that energy and put it into getting back at you when I can just still be out here doing my thing, which is what I'm doing. So I'm busy, I'm booked, I'm productive, I'm humble. Hello, like, well, thank you for the free promotion though. Thank you for the free press. Thank you, I appreciate it.
And that's like so like from the artist perspective too. Like when I released that song, it because like I'm pissed off and I need to get the shit out. Like that's my outlet. That's where I want to go. Like it just so happens that like for the most part, I'm sometimes an angry individual. So instead of instead of putting non-productive angry energy into like that person and trying to make them feel bad, I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like I'll just make a song. Like I don't care. And it kind of it sounds cringy when I say that shit because it's like, oh, like you made a song about that person. It's like, yeah, but not really. Like I made a song about the emotions that I was feeling because of the situation.
Right,
And
right,
if it just so happened to be because of like one particular person, oh well, fuck it. Like people do diss tracks like all the fucking time, so like it doesn't really matter. And even it like I wouldn't consider it a diss track. Like I was just pissed off and I was saying what the fuck I felt.
and you was
Um,
venting, yeah,
Yeah, because like
yeah,
if I'm gonna diss somebody, I'm not gonna do that fucking sneak diss bullshit, fucking or that fake ass fucking diss shit that Kendrick and Drake were doing. Like I'm gonna say your fucking name, bro. I'm not
no,
I'm
I'm gonna be
not
real
gonna
though.
pussyfoot around that shit.
I'm gonna be real though. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Kendrick ate him the fuck up. I'm sorry. Kendrick tore Drake down. No, he first of all, for you to even think Drake, for you to even think that you was about to come for Kendrick, this man is a lyricist. He's a beast. Okay, this man ate you up. He ate you up. Period. And then not only did he eat you up, he got everybody in the world singing it. Everybody is singing this doggone song. Like it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to hear something? All right. So you might not. This is where we differ a little bit. I think Kendrick is tired as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I don't listen to Kendrick at all.
Oh.
I don't listen to Drake either though, because I saw through Drake's bullshit like early on in his career. And
Okay.
then like Leaf, it's all good. If your shit dies, I'll probably end up wrapping this up here soon anyhow. But like, and I like Lil Wayne. Like I grew up on Lil Wayne when Lil Wayne
Oh, I
first was
Lil
popping
Wayne is my
off too.
nigga.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Lil Wayne dope.
and
He's dope.
and Wayne told Drake, he said, "Don't try and do what I do. Don't try and rap."
Right.
He was like, "You're from Toronto. Do your fucking singing shit. Like that's what you do. Keep doing it."
Right.
And then
Right.
Drake did what Lil Wayne was doing and got bigger than him. And Wayne was like, "Nah, fuck you, bro. Like I already told you." So I seen through that shit early. Like I've never really been like a Drake fan.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one song that I actually listened to by him was it was like Nonstop or something because when I was in Fort Benning, Georgia, when we were riding the buses around down there, like Atlanta radio, like Nonstop was
Mm-hmm.
hot because he had just dropped that shit. And like, the bus
Mm-hmm.
drivers, like, we can't change the fucking station. So I just had to listen to the shit. Um,
Right.
but now, as far as that disc goes, like, I'm going to be honest, I listened to the first two songs of that disc um, where Kendrick had put out his shit that started it. And then when J. Cole's bitch ass fucking dropped that diss and it was like, no, I'm gonna take it down, I'll take it back. Dissing Kendrick was the lamest thing. I'm like, you a bitch, bro. What the fuck? How the fuck you gonna drop a diss track? And I'm gonna give it to Cole. Like his diss track that he dropped, I was like, all right, that was I didn't
Yeah.
think I was gonna hear that shit from Cole. And then when he said that, I was like, nah, fuck all y'all, bro. I'm done. I was like, I'm not doing it. I was like, this is bullshit. This ain't fucking this shit. Like when I think of this shit, I'm thinking like fucking no Vaseline type shit. And y'all, nah, fuck that. Nah, you just killed it. Like Cole isn't in the fucking discussion for me no more. Cole a bitch. I ain't gonna fucking listen to him. Kendrick fucking tired, and Drake always been fucking ass with his fucking ghostwriters. So I don't even give a fuck. Like that's how I feel about. Like I will fucking die on that hill. I've been saying this shit for a while. I've talked about it with fucking Bully. I've talked about it with Sav. I've talked about it with whoever the fuck else wanted to talk about their diss shit. I stopped after I seen fucking J. Cole drop that shit, and then he tweeted, he was like, "I'm gonna take that shit down. That was the lamest shit I ever did." Nah, you a bitch, bro. I'm done. This ain't even a fucking diss battle no more, y'all bitches. I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
But I did hear about the diss track that J. Cole put out, and I heard it was tough. But like you said, if you gonna put something out, stand on it. Like don't be a punk, bro. Like stand on your work and let it rock. Like stand on it. Don't because ain't no way I'm gonna put all my energy into making this track and then I'm gonna just delete it. No, like I'm standing on what I said. Period.
Like,
I'm standing on it.
Like when he dropped that and then said he was gonna take it down, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, bro, like you probably should have stayed where the neighbors were at when they thought you was selling dope. You shouldn't have moved back to the hard side of town, bro. You should have just stayed where the fuck you were at because you a bitch. I was like, that was crazy. That's the most wild shit I've ever fucking seen. You gonna entertain the fucking diss,
right?
Write something back, release it, everybody hears it. Shit was good. I liked it. I was like, all right, like, let's see where this goes. And then I saw him make that tweet or whatever the fuck it was, and I was like, nah, I'm not even fucking paying attention to any of this shit. Now I'm done. And then when I stopped looking at that shit, like it was everywhere, right? Like I'm ignoring the fuck out of it. It has some good memes. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't say that I understood all of them because I listened to the first 2 fucking diss tracks. That was it. I did not listen to anything. I didn't listen to fucking Not Like Us. Like I didn't listen to any of that shit. So like I thought some of the memes and shit were funny, but I was like, I wasn't invested in this. So I'm like looking at what's going on behind closed doors while this is going on, because I'm like, this is the lamest fucking diss battle I've ever seen. There is something else going on. And then that's when you start seeing all these fucking major labels start doing some shady shit while nobody's fucking paying attention. And I was like, all right, so that's what was going on. That was just a distraction. Like, so they're doing the same shit in the music world.
Yeah, that's
in the news.
And,
just trying to distract everybody.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck that.
Because even when I heard the diss tracks or whatever, I still was like woke to what was going on in the industry. So I kind of already knew from just I'm not like everybody is so gung ho for Kamala Harris, and I'm just like, y'all don't even understand. Like they're distracting you. Like I need y'all to wake up. They're distracting you. That's why she's trending so heavy all over everywhere. It's all over the news on TV and everything. It don't got nothing to do with no campaign. You're being distracted. Whatever they're doing behind closed doors, they don't want you to know about. But we're not all dumb. We are woke. Okay, we know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like I need y'all.
I report that fucking that ad every time it fucking pops up on my YouTube. I report that shit.
Yeah, because
like,
no, like
fucking ad, take it the fuck down, bro.
Take it down, please. Like, no, like we know y'all doing some sneaky stuff behind the scenes, and we not dumb. We know what's going on, but everybody else don't. And I just wish that they would wake up and really see this for what it is, because that part.
So I was watching a podcast about that the other day. I'll send it to you. You probably like it. He was talking about how, so like the Department of Defense or like national security won't come and tell the public about the stuff that we're intertwined with in foreign nations, right? So that shit is very futile. Like it can collapse very easily. And the other thing is, like, most people don't realize, like, these elections are fucking bullshit. They don't fucking get that shit. And now, so what he was saying in the podcast is essentially the runners that you have running for election are supposed to fit a certain type of narrative.
Right.
That narrative usually involves foreign policy. It usually doesn't even
Mm-hmm.
involve our shit. Like, most of the time, it
Mm-mm.
is literally just for foreign policy. The reason that they didn't like Trump was because Trump basically was like, huh, you never know what I might do. They're
Right.
not backing fucking Kamala either because Kamala's a Marxist. She doesn't give a fuck about foreign policy. So both of
Mm-hmm.
those people don't fit what national security essentially, like, deems the most important thing for us as far as running the country goes. And like I said, like, I don't really give a fuck about people's feelings. Like, I care about facts. um and I'm not like talking like, fucking like, oh, grab him by the pussy type shit. No, I'm like literal facts. When you break
Right.
it down, Trump is a businessman. The United
Yep.
States is a giant fucking business, and people don't fucking
Yep.
understand that. So when it comes
Mm-hmm.
down to running a business, he did a very good job. We were doing great. We were actually thriving. Whether people like the fucking mean tweets or not, I don't really care. I'm not for censorship either, so I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. If somebody has some dumb shit to say to me, fucking say it. I don't care. If I have some dumb shit to say to you, I'm gonna say it. Like, it is what it is. We're fucking people. Like, you can't tell me what the fuck I can't say. I can't tell you what the fuck you can say. I can't tell you what to do. You can't tell me what to do.
Absolutely.
So when we actually break everything down and look, and I think that's the problem. That's the thing, is what most people don't understand is the country that we live in is literally just a giant fucking business. That is what
Mm-hmm.
capitalism is. The whole
Mm-hmm.
country is a business. Now, when you dive deeper, and like I said, I don't really fucking like politics. I really hate talking about this shit. But when you dive deeper into it, and like, I'm talking about like a standpoint of not left and right, I'm talking about like just fucking people in general. Our shit got fucked up a long time ago when Congress wrote in a fucking bill that said they get a salary. When this country was first created and we had Congress, Congress was to live the way that we do. So that way they would
Right.
pass laws that actually benefit the people. When they wrote
Mm-hmm.
in that they had a salary, now it doesn't matter to them. They'll fucking pass
Right.
whatever the fuck they want. They'll do whatever they want
Mm-hmm.
to do because they have insider trading. They have fucking, $250,000 a year fucking salary for not doing a fucking thing, just sitting there arguing and not getting shit done. When
Yep.
back in the day, it was supposed to be by hour per session, like a regular
Right.
fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as that
Mm-hmm.
shit happened, the downfall of our
They just
societal
declined.
means started fucking going down.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that it was like a couple years ago. They said that if Congress didn't take salary for like a month, we would be
Mm-hmm.
able to pay off the fucking national debt. That's disgusting.
Wow.
And more people should
Wow.
really look into that shit, which granted, Congress
For,
is the one that passes laws, so I guarantee
yeah.
you we'll never be able to have them go back to fucking being paid by hour per session,
Nope.
which is the
Nope.
shitty thing. But like I said, this isn't coming left or right. This is fucking facts.
It's
This is
facts.
what happened. Once that shit happened, the government started to decline because it all became a greed thing. It all came about having fucking money and doing that
Mm-hmm.
shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't vote. I don't give a fuck if anybody has a problem with that. Votes don't really fucking matter. And I believe that we've seen this in the past couple elections.
Mm-hmm.
It's all bullshit. So I don't really jump in politics and do the fucking left and right bullshit. I don't do that dance. I don't like it.
Yeah.
The way that I feel is I feel like gay couples should be able to protect their crops with guns. That's it.
Period.
Like, I don't give a
Period.
fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, I don't care. It is what it is. Like, we all live different lives. We all have different experiences. Experience it the way that you want to experience. Don't infringe upon my experience because I'm not going to
Right.
infringe upon yours.
Right.
Like, that's my biggest thing when it comes to like political shit. I don't give a fuck what you believe is right. I don't give a fuck what your opinions are because most of the time other people don't give a fuck what your opinion is. So I don't care. I don't like to jump in the middle of the shit, but I will call out shit that is factual that you can't pick a fucking side. It's literally just in front of
Yeah.
you. It's like
Yep.
right here. It's like, "Oh, that's wrong." That's kind of my extent Like with politics, I fucking hate all of it.
Yeah,
And that's why I really just focus on the music shit,
absolutely.
or business stuff. I think that's actually the first time I've talked about politics on here, which I mean, like I said, it was like very generalized. So I'm not really upset about it. I don't really care. And like I said, like if people have a fucking problem with it, go fuck yourself. Because I'm sure that you sit there and talk about politics like with other people. Like you probably be posting some dumbass fucking memes. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I just do what the fuck I do. Like I don't care. I didn't say like, yeah, let's go Trump train. And I wasn't like, yeah, let's go Kamala. Like I don't fucking give a fuck about either one of them. I just want all of us to be able to fucking live. And I don't
Period.
know if y'all seen the price of fucking milk,
Oh, it's ridiculous.
but
Ridiculous.
yeah, like whoever the fuck makes it fucking cheaper for us, I'm okay with. As long as you
Yes,
don't try and
please.
take away our fucking God-given fucking rights, I don't give a fuck. That's it. I don't even believe in God, but that's what they fucking say in the Constitution, so I'm gonna fucking say it. As long as you don't take away the rights that I was given at fucking birth, I'm fine. Which comes down to another thing: is America isn't actually a free fucking country, but it's okay. We all pay fucking 62% of taxes.
Right, that part. I just absolutely. First of all, I just want to say, like, I just love your personality. I love just how blunt and just how open you are. I just love it. It's just giving me all my life. It's just, I'm sitting here really smiling from ear to ear because I love people like you. Like, I love people that just wants to live and just wants to have fun and just don't give a damn about nobody's opinions, but they just want to live and just be themselves. I love that. Okay, so I'm letting you know that I like you. You're
I
awesome.
appreciate that. I'm finding more people that like that, and I feel like that also comes down to like the era that we've been in is a lot of shit is sugar coated, and I've never
Yeah,
really had anything fucking sugar coated, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for anybody else. Like, and that's what I
absolutely.
say. Like, I'm just me. Like, either you like it or you don't. But for the most part, like when I like, and I don't like fucking talking about myself. But like when I look at myself, like I'm like one of those people that it's like there are certain things that I feel very strongly about. There's certain things that I don't give a fuck about. I am very argumentative, not into the point like, and most of the time like I'm more of like the debate type. Like I'm not just gonna call you names unless you're fucking pissing me off and you're calling me names. Then I'm gonna start roasting
Right.
the fucking shit out you. And like I don't even give a fuck. Like it could be completely off topic. Like if you're just gonna like start with some fucking name calling shit, I'm gonna be like, all right, bet. Yeah, so you ain't never had nobody talk shit to you before. Oh yeah, we gonna get it.
Right, my turn.
But I mean, like for the most part, when I see myself, like I'm kind of just I'm straight down the middle. Like I'm blunt, and that is it is what it is. Like I can get along with anybody. I can get along with like any part of the spectrum. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I said, like I don't give a fuck who you like for president. I like. Oh yeah, here's another thing, people. Like politics is not a fucking personality trait, so let's chill out with that shit.
Oh
Um,
God, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Cause that was getting on my I've
I
been seeing that everywhere. It's been getting on my damn nerves. Like
I had a
for
girl try and
real.
talk shit to me for that shit because I think I had like it was on like some fucking dating app or some shit, and I was like, politics is not a fucking personality trait, and she like messaged me some dumb shit like mad as fuck, like and was like talking shit like that I had lip rings and shit, and I'm like you really that mad, bro? I was like, okay,
Like,
so like
right.
politics is your whole life. That's crazy.
Oh
You're fucking
God.
bland.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, you're bland as fuck.
Yeah,
Um,
no, mm-mm,
so like
mm-mm.
I just like I don't really care like what your background is. I don't give a fuck who you like political wise. I don't give a fuck what you like religious wise. Like I'm not religious, but I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong because you believe in that. Like if you have faith in that shit, I am happy that you have faith in that. Like that is your thing. Like you fucking get that shit. I'm not going to fucking belittle you for that. The problem that I have is with the people who are religious that will belittle you for not believing in any fucking religion. And they're like, oh, well, you're wrong. You're going to hell. And I'm like, I can't go there if I don't believe in it, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, whatever.
Now now touching on that topic, I will say this. I'm very spiritual. I am a spiritual person. I believe in God wholeheartedly. However, I don't that's one thing I don't do. I don't belittle people who may not believe or who may believe in something else. I love everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what you
This is
believe
what the
in. I
Bible
love you.
says.
Period. I love you. So, and it has nothing to do with nobody going to hell or who's going to heaven. I am genuinely a person who loves everybody. I love everybody. There's no stimulations, there's no clauses. It's just genuinely me. I love everybody. So yeah. So for those who are on here, if you spiritual and you like to judge and condemn people, go screw yourself. I love everybody. That boy did.
I say
Period.
like I'm a hoe. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm a hoe straight up. Jesus took care of the hoes. Like he
Sure
didn't cast them
did.
out. He didn't cast it. Look,
Nope.
and that's the thing. It's like I learned about all of this shit so I could debate this shit. That I'm a little cynical, but I learned about all of it just so that way I could fucking debate the shit because I was like
Period.
I have to. Um, so like sometimes I'll catch people like saying shit and then I'll say something. And I'm like, well, actually, it said this, and they're like,
Right.
what the fuck? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
like
part.
I know, like it's not hard. It's a book. You can study it. That is the thing. Like now, as far as like going
Hmm.
like feeling this shit in your heart, like I don't have that feeling. That's just me. Um, but no, like I that's one of the things that I'm not. I like to be able to have the discussion. I like to be able to have the topic. I know in my family growing up, those fucking topics got heated very quickly. Uh,
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
oh,
And I don't, yeah, I don't entertain that. Like once it starts, because everybody has their own opinions on what's what, and they think they right, and I just leave it alone. I'm like, listen, as long as I can have a mutual conversation with people, and we can just have a mutual conversation and let it be cool, I'm good with that. I do not get into debates, none of that. Mm-mm, no, ma'am. Mm-mm. I let y'all stay over there. Yeah,
facts.
yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
I I do have food waiting on me, so I am gonna cut this a
Okay.
little short. But if you ever want to come back on, you're definitely more than welcome. I should be getting a
Thank
Facebook page up
you.
soon,
Okay.
so if you
Okay.
wanna like, I'll send you the link once that's taken care of and set up, and then that way this podcast will actually have its own Facebook page. I'm not
Okay.
sure if I'm gonna keep streaming it to uh my artist page on Facebook. I might just move it over to the other page, but
Okay.
yeah. So we will be expanding a
Now,
little bit.
now, quick question. This is streaming on YouTube, correct?
Yes,
Okay. So just send me the link so that way I can just send it to those who probably missed it so they can watch it and stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that probably missed this tonight, but I'll just send them the link once you shoot it to me.
all right. Yeah, and I know like the so the YouTube version is a little weird because of the
Okay.
way the verticals are. Like
Right.
you're not necessarily fully in frame. I haven't figured out how to scale it the right way yet. But
Okay.
you can still see both of us. It's just it doesn't your image doesn't fill the whole bottom of the screen. On Facebook, it's
Okay.
perfectly fine. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm learning. I just started streaming like I think it was like last month, maybe 2 months ago or a month and a half, something like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
learning how to do it, trying to get a little bit better at it. But
And you will just keep perfecting your craft. You got this. Like I told you in the inbox, I'm here to support you. I support everybody. I'm supporting you. I'm with you. I'm right with you. No
I
problem.
appreciate that. But yeah, I will
Yeah.
send you the link. I'm gonna tap out for the night. It was definitely nice talking to you. It was nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Yes. Likewise. Yeah. And let's do this again. Let's talk again soon.
Definitely. All right, everybody.
Alrighty.
This was SP the Great and King RM on the Illminds Independent Podcast. Be good, and if you can't.